Hey, AP Human Geo, how's it going? All right, so you have Ms. McKinney today. So you have two things to do. You have this online lecture. This goes in your notes, picking up where we left off on Friday, okay? And then you will have a documentary to watch today. It's really, really interesting and a little emotional, and it's something to really just get you thinking outside of maybe what you hear from parents or friends or family or social media or the news, and being able to try to make sense of things as much as we possibly can. So it should be a good learning experience to try to understand this section of our political unit. Okay. So pause the video if you haven't got your notes up and ready to go yet, and then we'll start. Okay. All right. So on Friday, I asked you to begin drawing a tree, like literally a tree, like take up the whole page. There should be a big trunk, and that's where you have the definition of terrorism. And then underneath that, you should have a roots system. And then you should have some branches with the leaves, like literally draw out some leaves, but leave enough room that you can write in them, okay? So in the roots, I want you to come up with 3 things that might fuel terrorism, right? So like, what feeds terrorism? What does terrorism look like? What does it look like? Why do people do it? So down in the roots section, just try to come up with a couple reasons that you think terrorism happens, right? What does it look like and why does it happen? So go ahead and pause the video, jot down a couple of ideas. Okay. All right. So, today you're going to be looking at ISIS, also known as the Islamic State. Okay. And so, of course, us being in America, we are constantly going to see on the news ISIS being declared a terrorist organization. And now we're not here to debate whether or not the people of ISIS or the Islamic State are terrorists. We're not here to debate that. Our point here is to try to understand why terrorism occurs. Okay, that's why you have your tree there, because obviously I think everyone can agree that terrorism is horrible, and we would like a world that didn't have terrorism. And so if we can understand why terrorism occurs, maybe we can stop it from happening. Maybe we can solve issues before terrorism, gets to the point where it makes it into a world that we don't want to live in. So the Islamic State here, you can see on our map, is in the red zone, is controlled by ISIS. So you can see that it spans from Iraq into Syria and almost up to the border of Turkey there. And so that's all been controlled by ISIS, and they have declared themselves their own country. In the video, you're going to hear them use the word caliphate, which is like a Muslim state controlled by a caliph. Okay, so you're going to hear that in the video. So I want you to know what that is. So that is the territory that we're going to be looking at. Okay. So we are going to try to identify what is fueling this terrorist group. Why do they do what they do? Okay, what do they believe in? In the picture there, you can see the kind of some propaganda shots from videos they've released, pictures they've released. They're quite known for making video statements with public beheadings and shootings to get their message across that they mean business. And so your job is to go through this video and figure out what it is that they actually want. What is it that they are doing this for? Because remember, our definition of terrorism is to either, do something to a particular group, or it's to make a government take action. So what is it that ISIS actually wants? Okay, that's your job today. So in your notebook, you're going to record evidence for each thing here. So are they truly their own state? Or are they just a terrorist group occupying territory in the Middle East? So again, we're going to try to add as many details as we can here. We're going to add it to our tree. In your leaves, you're going to be writing what are some of the effects that we see here. What are some of those causes as well? Okay, so as many causes and effects as you can find in the video for why terrorism is occurring, in this particular case with ISIS. Now, you'll see on the slide there, one of those guns has a circle on it. It's because a lot of the weapons you're going to see that they have either come from the United States or they come from Russia. So just keep that in mind, because these countries, Syria and Iraq, have very little manufacturing power, and that's due to colonialism. And so where are they getting all these things? Well, they're getting them from bigger countries. So go ahead and have your notebook ready to go. Have your tree and your notes. Take notes as you go through. I left lots of notes and a few questions in the video as well. So it's like I'm right there with you. Okay. So we will debrief this on Tuesday as much as we can. Tuesday's an asynchronous day, so we'll have like 10 minutes together. So we'll do a little debrief that day, just to make sure that we all understand the video and that we're all cool on it. Okay. Last thing, I know today in class, you're going to watch this video and then you're going to watch the Edpuzzle video. But for homework, you have 2 My AP videos that will be assigned to you. One's on devolution, causes and ethnic separation, and the other one is on devolution with particular regards to irredentism and terrorism. So you'll have 2 videos to watch. Now, I'm not going to grade those by tomorrow, so if you can't get to them on Monday night, don't worry. Do them on Tuesday, okay? I'll grade those notes later this week. All right. Well, that's it, okay? So go ahead and head over to your next Edpuzzle to watch the Vice documentary on the Islamic State.